This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm here at Allergy Solutions of Colorado Springs. Since 2010, she has been empowering others to live life to the fullest in a healthy way. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Wendy. Let's start off a little bit with yourself. You began this in 2010, but quite honestly, it was almost a quarter of a century ago. You began as a nurse and obviously enjoy helping people. You're also a licensed certified nutritionist. Share with me how this kind of personal journey began and got you involved helping folks in this way.
I've always had an interest in health, and when my husband had severe allergies and could not find answers for him, we met a friend who had this done in Pueblo, got excellent results, so I talked my husband into going. He was very hesitant at first. You don't have to be a believer for this to work. He didn't believe it. He went just to try it, and it worked, and he talked me into opening up the business, and it's been wonderful ever since.
Fantastic. Let's start off first by introducing what an allergy is to our viewers. I mean, by definition, it is a hypersensitivity disorder of the immune system. Why is it our immune system is reacting in such a way? Does it think it's helping us?
Sometimes. There's a lot of causes of allergies, but one is there's been a negative association in the presence of a certain allergen. Well, like here's an example. One lady was allergic to leather after she was in a car wreck and broke her nose on the leather steering wheel. For whatever reason, her body associated that allergy to leather, that trauma to leather, and she was treated with AAT, and she's fine now. There was another lady that was allergic to avocados, and that was in an association to going to a swim party at age 12, and she lived in California, and she ate these avocados and got this horrible sunburn, and for whatever reason, her body associated the trauma of the sunburn to avocados. She was treated, and she's fine now, but...
That is amazing. I always thought people were just born with allergies or you had it somehow, but you're talking about throughout your life. You can actually, the body reacts differently. And it's strange because it's reacting in such a way from normal substances, things that don't bother other people, and yet your body reacts to it. What are some of the symptoms that people are experiencing that you've been able to help with?
Well, right now as we're approaching fall, a lot of the weeds are out. And so we've had all this wonderful rain, but the weeds have flourished. So people are having itchy eyes, sinus symptoms, drainage, congestion, sore throat, sometimes asthma. Seasonal allergies, they can have reactions to foods. They can get upset stomach, IBS, constipation, diarrhea, all kinds of uncomfortable symptoms related to food.
Interesting. As a practitioner of advanced allergy therapeutics, what is some of the formal training that you undergo to be able to help folks?
Well, I was already an RN. I've been an RN since 1987, so I work under my RN licensure. But then I traveled to Reston, Virginia, and got trained specifically for AAT, and it's hands-on training.
Interesting. Practitioners of AAT, are they fully credentialed medical professionals? I mean, really, you can find them in any walks of life: acupuncturists, chiropractors, registered nurses, doctors, even that of veterinarians. Is that right?
Yes. As far as I know, there's only 2 veterinarians, none in Colorado, but it works fabulous on people and animals.
One of the things, like we said, it's basically a disorder of the immune system. But by helping them, you're not really targeting the immune system, it's the organ system. Share with us a little bit about that and how you go about doing that.
Basically, what we're doing is taking the stress off of the body, because it is stressful if the body sees something as a threat. And so we make that positive association. And then with this program, you can connect the organs that are involved with the substance. So it just makes that system more potent and more powerful, more effective.
This is actually a pretty new therapy. I mean, you're tapping into 21st century science, yet at the same time, it's really almost holistic because of the fact that you're able to draw on acupuncture, which is for centuries has been around. Is that really what makes it approachable for a lot of people?
Yes, and it has worked well for many years, but the reason this is more specific and more effective is like when I treat a cat allergy, I can not only just treat for cats, I can dial it down to see if they're allergic to the epithelial level or the protein in the cat or just whatever it is and get real specific with it. So it's very effective that way.
So we're talking, this is a non-invasive, no needles, no drugs. This really has to be kind of a welcome approach for a lot of people out there. Is that what you're finding?
Absolutely, and it's such a joy. I've loved being a nurse for all these years, but it's such a joy for kids to come in or adults that have a needle phobia and honestly tell them I don't even have needles in my office. Everything I do is very comfortable and good for the body.
Speaking of comfortable, let's walk us through something here. What they can expect when they come in. Are they going to sit down, have a consultation? What goes on in the back room? Talk with us a little bit about that.
Okay, for a person's first appointment, I will ask them a series of questions and do an assessment so I can narrow it down to what protocol I'm going to be testing them for. And then they just sit down. I put a little cuff on their arm. It doesn't hurt or anything. The digital signal goes through the cuff, and then I can determine which substances they are sensitive or allergic to. For my purposes, it doesn't matter. If the body's seeing it as a threat or an allergy, we want to correct that.
Allergies obviously can wreak havoc on one area or many areas of our body. Tell us a little bit of some of the symptoms you've been able to help with when it comes to the digestive system, and somebody out there maybe is having some problems that it could be allergies.
I have several clients that have had IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and they are off their medications and living symptom-free and eating the foods they want without problems, and it feels like a miracle.
That has to be a miracle for a lot of people. One of the scariest ones, I think, would be respiratory problems, possibly breathing. Share with me some of the symptoms that people experience in that area.
Some people have asthma, and that has been corrected or at least lessened. Sometimes it can be multiple substances, so they may need more than one treatment, of course, depending how many things they're allergic to. But it can definitely fix that and help it.
One of the largest organs on our body is that of our skin. Obviously, that's one that most people think of when they come to allergies, scratching, itching. What are some of the symptoms you've been able to help with there as well?
I've had many clients with eczema. I've had one client with psoriasis that we cleared it all up. And a lot of clients come in with hives or just little unexplained rashes that are kind of don't know the cause, and as long as we can find what you're allergic to, so it may take some extended testing, but I can usually find at least some of the problem on the first treatment, if not all of it.
Like you said, it's got to be kind of scary for folks when they don't know what the cause of something is. I mean, let's say, for instance, we go to the doctor, we don't feel right, they tell us they found nothing, we're feeling tired, fatigued. As many times can this turn out to be allergies?
Absolutely. When your body's seeing a threat, it's using a lot of energy to fight that and to produce these symptoms. So that's just energy you could be using for something else once that's resolved.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. On the website, first of all, you can take a look there and learn a little bit more about Wendy. That she began this really in 2010 because of her husband that needed some care, and she found out she was very good at it. But really, she's been in the medical field for almost 25 years now, helping folks. You can also see on the website there some of the symptoms that she's been able to help, be it digestive or through the skin. It's as easy as basically clicking right there on the website and scheduling an appointment for yourself. Obviously, you're a certified licensed nutritionist. Is that part of some of the programs that you can provide for as well, consulting in that area?
Absolutely. It's not specifically connected to AAT, but of course the better we nourish our body and treat our body, the better we're going to respond to everything. So some people like to have a nutrition consult, or also some people come in just for cholesterol or weight management, things like that.
Wonderful. As I said at the beginning, basically your vision is to empower people out there to live their life to the fullest. Is this still something that you enjoy very much, and do you love really hearing about the success stories that you're able to provide?
Absolutely. I feel like this is a gift given to me that I'm able to help people, and it's so rewarding. I can't even put words to it.
Excellent. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen. That is Allergy Solutions of Colorado Springs. Imagine living life symptom-free. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.